Welcome back. We still continue with our broadcast here, and we're just showing you various aspects of what's happening here today. Right now, I'm joined by two veterinarians, and they can talk all about this experience. It's Dr. Nkubungu, and I'm also here with Dr. Marimbire. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me here on Morning Live. Just very quickly for our viewers, give us an insight in the kind of work that you're doing at the Institute and in the community. Let's start with you, Doctor.
Yes, I'm responsible for clinical services. I'm responsible for this base that you are seeing here. This is a state-of-the-art clinic that is going to the rural communities to provide veterinary services in terms of clinical work, where if animals are sick in the rural areas, we take the service to the people and we help the animals there.
Dr. Nkubungu, you?
I'm a veterinarian. We are responsible for regulatory services, things like TB, rabies, sheep's scab, all those diseases that the state is responsible for. That's what we do because it is the state's responsibility to do that.
Dr. Nkubungu, just share with me quickly, as Dr. Marimbire was saying, that you travel from township, from venue to venue. Logistically, it must be a massive effort.
It is. Generally, what happens in the communities, they call a state vet to come and have a clinic there. So effectively, all these villages, they have their own clinic days when they decide, and then the veterinarian goes there, examines the animals, and then we are finding that we are having a lot of effort and a lot of what would I say? We are getting a lot of mileage as far as reaching out to people, because we are able to help them in a single day without us having to drive for one person who is 120 kilometers away. At least if you drive 120 kilometers and you serve the whole community, that has a lot of impact on a lot of disease. We are able to put diseases out, and we are able to control diseases in that manner.
Dr. Marimbire, let me bring you in here very quickly.
Yes.
Education, making sure that community members understand the importance of making sure that livestock, that animals, that even dogs are vaccinated, that they understand the health care that goes into that. Are you finding success with that?
What we normally do is do campaigns first, like we go there out probably to schools, for example. We shout out that there is, for example, there is rabies. People now understand the importance of that rabies because it's a zoonosis. It affects people as well. We are making strides into other communities that we didn't know before that there is this disease which is communicable from dogs to humans.
The sheer number of livestock and animals in this part of the country is amazing. I mean, we're talking about close to 2 million sheep, close to 2 million goats. We're not talking about the amount of bulls and calves and all the other livestock. How do we make sure that we manage outbreaks and diseases? Is education part of that?
Very much so, very much so. The greater part of Eastern Cape is we have a lot of animal health technicians, which makes our life a lot easier, because each ward has an animal health technician who then takes care of those animals in that area. In other words, there is then a link between the animal health technician and the veterinarian. So you don't have to have a lot of veterinarians, you only have to have so many number of animal health technicians. For example, in Eastern Cape, we have over 300 animal health technicians, which make our life a lot more compact.
Guys, thank you very much for joining me here and just sharing some insight on the kind of work that's happening on the ground. There is just so much happening in this part of the Eastern Cape. We continue with that broadcast, of course, from Tsolo village. I did rack off those numbers. I tell you, it's close to 2 million sheep in this part of the province alone. Close to 2 million goats, over 1 million livestock. Can you imagine the kind of logistics that goes into managing outbreaks of disease and just making sure that these animals are vaccinated?